So let's assume for discussion's sake that you have a portfolio that consists, let's say you're getting some income. Maybe you're working, maybe you're getting Social Security, maybe you're getting dividends or interest, but let's call it current income, and that you have to pay income taxes on anyway. Well, that's probably the first type of income that you're going to spend. Then let's assume that you have what I call after-tax dollars. That is money that isn't in an IRA, 401k, 403b, SEP, KEO, etc. And let's say that we're going to basically divide those after-tax dollars into two pots. One is after-tax dollars that has a high basis, meaning that you won't have to pay a lot of capital gain if you sell it. So let's say you bought a stock or a bond and it hasn't gone up much in value and you've already spent your current income. And let's assume that you're doing what that is making that one woman ill, which is you're going into your portfolio before you're going into your Social Security and you're spending and you want to spend some after-tax dollars. First, spend the high basis so you're not going to have a capital gain. Then if you are, and again, I hate to complicate life, but if you have an IRA and you're in a relatively low or middle bracket, well, then you might want to spend the IRA money next. Then maybe after tax low basis where you are going to incur a capital gain. Then IRAs and retirement plans that are all going to be taxable. So right now, by the way, this is some variation of pay taxes later, which is our website. And then, and only last, which is the exception to pay taxes later, are you going to spend your Roth IRAs? And I had mentioned earlier when Burton Malkia was on that in my experience, and it's pretty vast in the Roth IRA area, because not only do we have, I guess we actually have a couple thousand clients, and I've seen a lot of Roth IRA conversions. I've overseen way more. I've been doing talks since 1998 to thousands of consumers and financial advisors and CPAs. And then the group that you have to dumb it down for a little, well, not a little, a lot, is attorneys. Hardly anybody spends very much of their Roth IRAs. So in reality, even though it's often a break even or better for you and you during your lifetime, the way it ends up working is it ends up being great for your heirs. And speaking personally, and if you followed me much, you know that I've been saying this for years, that my wife would eat rice and beans, maybe a minor exaggeration, before she would spend a nickel of her Roth. So when I like to do the Roth, because mathematically it's the best thing for our family, I also know, well, that's going to be for our daughter. And since she has a disability, and unless they change the law, she will be able to stretch that inherited Roth IRA over her lifetime, like you could in the old days before 2020, before the Secure Act. But even if she didn't have a disability, or for maybe hopefully your kids who don't have a disability, they get an extra 10 years before they have to take a nickel out of their Roth IRA. So let's just say each kid inherits $100,000 of a Roth IRA, and then they take advice from us and they have other monies to spend. Then and let's just say it's invested at 7%. 10 years from now they have $200,000. Now they have to take it out of the inherited Roth IRA, but at no income tax. And that would be an example at that time of high basis, because if it was all in stock and they sold it, there would be a zero gain. So the spending order, if you are saving money in taxes, which has to be taken into consideration when you're determining your safe withdrawal rate after taxes, if you can save taxes, which is, our big thing, or one of our big things, then that way you can spend more money. And Burton Malkia doesn't talk about taxes, and that's fair. And Bill Bengen doesn't either. But we're tax people and we're number crunchers, And we can sometimes make a profound difference. So we don't tell people, hey, use us because we're going to beat the market by 2 or 3%, because we're not, or the money managers that we work with aren't. But we can often add way more value than our fee because we're getting all these other things right and optimized.